This interplay between in and yo is very dramatic. If it's done powerfully and correctly with proper aikimyoden, what we call our internals, it sounds fancy, mysterious transmissions of aiki. Internals. Has to be on contact. So before I give this example with I can slow it down. Or I can make it very fast. Anything like that. It should be, and if you want to describe Hantei Hakinyu, it is explosive emptiness. As you gain something, you don't give it back. Once I'm attached to K, that's it. Whether I use suction to draw him in, whether I use memon to move him away. Once I have him, I have him. If he punches at me, I have him. If he grabs me, I have him. If he kicks at me, I have him. If he attacks me whatsoever, no matter how light the pressure is or how heavy, I have him. So we were just looking at the Tachiai version. About instant kuzushi at the point of touch, whether light or heavy, it's very serious. I don't care if the whole world thinks it's contrived. We feel every day. It works on Salahuddin, who's 350 pounds. It works on Aisha, who's smaller. But it sounds egotistical, but it's not. The way that we approach Aiki, I'm not worried about him. People say, what if he does this? What if he does that? What if he changes that? We maintain ourselves. Whatever interacts with us, whatever we interact with, we affect. So, you want to be able to sync, maintain your connections, understand the muscle groups of in and yo, and how they balance and counterbalance each other, and nothing at the point of contact. I've been asking you all during the weekend, what do you feel at the point of contact? And you shouldn't feel anything. What you don't want to do is have a guy grab you and... Now in our dojo, we have densho that are studied, literal densho, and you go through. I'm going to get you some paperwork on each of the densho material. And you know, we work right out of authentic mokuroku. That's what you have to do. But this solo and partner work is very important. This time, he's going to verse forth with kata. You don't need to grip something to create fukapade. It's not a thing. You can create a dip on his body in a number of different ways. So when he comes to get me with kata, that's his goal. That's what he sees. I'm going to show two versions, and then we're going back to the regular Palios. We'll get lost up. We're still on Palios. It's just for your edification. What does anyone see? That's right. You can't fake this. Now those that don't know K is very good structure. So you really have to be on the ball. So the angle would have to be right. There is his goal. And here's what I'm going to do. Don't grab that. I can do a number of things here. I can come through and hit here. Up and above. I can enact the other side of the body. Here. Now, close theory, you're going to notice the same thing, and then we're going to take a look at the other side. Now, quickly with that. Why am I showing this? No matter what the strike is, no matter what the grab is, you have got to have a suctioning in from the in muscles and an expansion from the yo muscles. So we've been discussing the teres major and minor. We've been through it. You know where it is. We've discussed the wrapping that happens. So the suction comes in, the wrapping happens. And what is it about this vertical line that needs to be held or established. Chris? Speak up.
It has to be kept straight.
Why? What is the effect of keeping a straight vertical line?
To keep your structure.
Now, something a little more robust. Good posture. Koshiage here. If you need to hold this for now, that's fine. There are a couple things that I can do with this arm. Any of them are fine. Up and over. One is to bring this over and this arm over. Here. Cut. You're getting waza. Another thing that I can do is pull this arm, turn the palm out, rise, put this under here. It's painful. Seal the arm regardless. Don't think you're so good at this won't sabel. Pause. Cut. Zanshin. Here. Release. Again, the beginning starts the same. Another hinka. Here, here. And one last. Now, don't move right into here. It's sort of a fish hook. Here, here, here. So let's start with oranami, suction in. Here, if you want this age, you have to come here, drop. Don't go so far through. Now, you want this elbow to sink and rise. Don't be in a hurry for the hand switch. I go out, here, this is tachiage. Now, koshiage, I'm here, 1, and 2. So, and I sit here, turn this, locks that elbow. This is sealed. I have K stretched. If you could feel his breathing, then I hit it. Now, kosadori is the same thing. On contact. You can't fake this stuff. Jiki-den on it. That's it. You can't learn it from a book, you can't learn it from a video. Video can give you some shapes and ideas. But to do what we're talking about, the suction in of the in muscles and the expansion of the yo muscles, takes years of training. So when he grabs me kosadori, there I'm leaning into buliosai. So I can do it like that. I can come here. Now, taishi no. Those that have felt K, he has very good structure. You're not just going to move him on a whim. So what do you need to do? You need to have a balance between the in and yo. And that's your kozushi. So when he grabs, K is very strong here. So that's why you don't want to push here. He's not going to allow that. And that's why when people see these videos, they misunderstand what they're seeing. There's a very strong vertical line, very strong. So what I need to do is when he grabs kosadori, do something omnidirection. Okay? Here. I can keep him stuck to me. Grabs me, ichidoki. There's a suctioning in. Now let's discuss the meimon that we were discussing. Alright? The meimon itself, learning to get it to move isn't enough. We need the meimon to be able to what? Somebody? Right. So it's not just pushing out the meimon. Can you Can you get the Meimon to do Takagi, which is one of our forms of Aikisage? So you need to be able to, here. That cannot be at the point of contact. I can't do this and go, he's not going there. But what I can do is suction him from the tanden and get the Meimon to do Takagi. What do you feel, Kay? Listen to his voice. There is no voice. That's compression. No faking it. Now, how did I do what I did before? And if you look here, this would be your best angle. So now watch. I'm going to have him stuck to me. Watch what I'm going to do to his structure. Out, in and around. I still have him stuck to me. No matter which direction that I decide to move, that is very real. Okay, he's stuck to me. His only choice is Zempo Kaiten Ukemi. That's it. That coming into my back. If it comes into my back, what happened? What happened?
Well, force gets dumped.
Right. So I didn't have my what correct? My Tai Shida. So if he grabs me here and I'm correct, I'm going to explain it first. As he comes in, people think this is him jumping. No, what happens is I come in, I rise. In this space, I'm here. Now from here, if my arms move, what's moving my arms? What's moving my arms?
First major and minor.
Hi. What's the muscle group?
The lats.
What else other than the lats? Press. No, we worked on this all day. What's moving my arms? Teres, major and minor. So this has to be on contact. Can't be faked. It can't be him jumping. Everything must be on contact. You have got to have proper posture. If you have a kink in your back anywhere, the force will leak there. So you have tanden, the in muscles, Meimon, and the yo. Is the Meimon a muscle? Is it a muscle? Is it a muscle? And now a quicker drop. Right through. Don't do this. And then we're going to get back to kata. Don't do this and shake this. It's not going to work. The structure's too good. But there's a rising and fall. Right. I want to horrible in the back. Vertical line, correct? Aikijujutsu. And again, thing, on contact. All right, so in the kata, it's the same thing. Some of you are pushing at the point of contact, and some of you are moving your arms. We just covered for 2 days. Move and up. Move and up. Don't get so frantic that you're in here with your hands. Remember, it's the tissue behind this layer. Keep your shoulders out of the wrist. There it is. The faker it looks, but as you guys are feeling in your body, it takes your breath. So when someone grabs me, there should be no time for jumping. Because I'm working from what I've developed with the force that they're giving me. I receive the force, process it, and return it. I have nothing. So it's not coming barreling in. If I touch him and he goes to push me, push again. Taishi no Shoden is a very unique reception. In order to process force, don't I have to receive it first? Especially with punching. Okay, now, so there's a sinking and a rising going on here. So what we're going to do, right now. So, you're going to come here, here. Now Now watch, if I want to. Happen to the second one. Wa, here, ikite. Pretty precarious, but for argument's sake. Here. Don't be in a hurry. Don't get pulled off balance here. It means that your line got ruined. Now I come up here and I lock him up. I can take this arm, do anything I want. Now I want to get a sinking, which compresses Chris. When I sink, that's if you heard his breath. Here, up and over. Some of you are having a great deal of trouble here. Sink, just scoop. Stop trying to grab and locate stuff. Scoop, rise. Here, now, depending on their flexibility of the shoulder, bring this over, sink, hand is here. I would be drawing a kodachi and raising it. So there's a pause, cut, here. So when we discuss about striking, it's a relaxed kind of power, but it's this weekend I've been hitting someone. I've been hitting. And the last few years I haven't really been laying into people, but I'm laying in and you see what it does. It's devastating, especially when we were outside yesterday. So it's relaxed. Here there's always a rising and falling. So I don't have to take this. I don't have to hit what's coming in. I can hit here. So when K comes, what do you feel? Hey, I'm sure my buddies online are gonna.
Your fan club?
Yeah, my fan club are gonna go. It's here and fall in. Now when I'm set up, what is in there? What's going on?
One heavy. Some may have received it.
And it's not here.
No, it's
Feel it inside. So I'm here. There's a rising and falling. Yeah. Very real. That's the last hard one. So, on to Aikido. Our strikes are very relaxed. They're very, very relaxed when they hit. But listen, next time Katie and I will go over pulsing with you. Do your exercises, do your tanmen. Do your tanmen until you're tired of doing tanmen and do more. Because you want to have the rhythm, you want to have the tanden, all these things, so that you can then go on to pulsing. It's fun, and I'll tell you what, it's pow! You hit people, and they're just taken out. You grab an arm, and pow! And they're thrown. It's no joke. So, as I said previously, whatever touches you, or whatever you touch, no matter how lightly, and you cannot fake this stuff. You can have a guy throwing himself around for you, but the real deal, everyone in the room recognizes it when they feel it. It gives compression, it takes your breath. When you move your arm, which muscles? You have to study anatomy. You have to understand how to roll the tanden. This isn't something that just comes easily. Aiki is not what people are making out of. I read forums all the time, just shake my head. They have the same boring conversation about Aikijujutsu. Let's get into the tanden and meimon. Are you doing that? If you can do that, it becomes something that is not compliant at all. And then you want to get into waza. It's an adhesion. It's like rice. If you ever had rice in a spoon, it's very similar. So changes have to be tanden. What do you feel? Rise. Now, I'm going to suction him in. This has to do with the different things you do with your tanden. I'm not doing anything with my arms. It's not at the point of contact. So if you can just describe what you felt there for a second.
Rise and then suction in and then nothing.
Very key. I see so many groups do that, and they're talking 15 years later about the same stuff. Here, Handen, suction in. The suction in makes the elbows drop. No. Don't get into the mindset of lifting this. You're going to sink, which sinks the elbow. Sink the elbow. Here, make its hand hit. or get him out here. True Aiki doesn't let you really break fall. It's being kind to you. He's stuck here. Now I put this in the middle of his back. Now, here or here. I recommend on top. There's a drawing out, and reality, it would be here. The strike would come upward here. But in the dojo, we really hit. Thumb here. Now, I sink and rise. As he goes to fall, he's in a tough position. With responsibility comes problems, or something like that. When this happens, take yourself back. I keep a hold of the lapel. Several things you can do. You can pull this straight, but what I do, and I've learned about Kay, is I turn this, I bring him over, I seal here. That is sealed. His hand comes here. Cut. Pull the arm, just break it. I come here and I turn, kaiten, my body turns. Then I close this gap here, good form. Empty.
Step back, like sink.
I'm going to come here and through. There's a suction in of the tanden, a sinking. Now a rising here, and then a drop again. What you see is what's really happening. If K is reaching, pushing you, the drop can be very quick or slow. Suspend him a little bit. Or it's the same thing. That face and that breathing isn't happening for no reason. It's not a push, it's rise, sink, punch. Now, I need to ask you, was that a punch or a waza?
Waza.
It's both.
Right, it's both. You listen to his breath. I don't know how people can't tell. He's compressed. This stuff hurts when it hits. And that's why we say, Hantai Hakeryu. Hantai Hakeryu is explosive emptiness. Whether we are grabbing, locking, throwing, choking, groundwork, weapons, no matter what we are doing, it is an explosive emptiness. It cannot be learned on your own. You can't read about it. You can't learn it on video. Jikiden, teacher to student, over and over and over many years. Some of you have done it very, very well. Some of you have gotten in touch with your tanden, your meimon. These things are important. Do not fall into these camps that think Aikijujutsu is a mere hazushi waza. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. Or you're going to get lost up. But whatever you do, learn to utilize your tanden and your meimon. We said to lift the arms and to get the wrapping that needs to happen. The teres major and minor. We gave you some tanren, we gave you some drills. Now go home, do the solo work, get to class with your classmates and work it within the Mokuroku material. Now, again, two fists in here. Today. Suction of the in muscles, expansion of the yoke. This hand, up. What lifts this arm? Teres and major and minor. Here, don't. You gotta throw yourself out of whack. You really can. You can create a pocket in there and force it right down. So smash of the arm is to create something to allow me to get through here. When I get that, he comes in and I step in and I'm here. I hit, come through. Look at the wave that comes through him. Down. This leg comes in. This is very tight by itself. Get a slight turn of the hand to a noike. Okay, now we're going to come down. Are we bending? No, we're lowering, up, and here. Now you have two choices. You can lay this flat. Right in, up, here. Taishi Nanshoden is a very unique reception. In order to process force, don't I have to receive it first? Especially with punching. Okay, now, so there's a sinking and a rising going on here. So what we're going to do is kaihei, empty this out, create a plane, and sink. As this punch comes, there's a rising, shimakuashi turning, as this comes through, and sinking. I use my hands, then I get something like this. I usually dump them, I get the shock hand. Right there. So, you're going to come here, here. Now watch, if I want to. Up to the second one. Iwa. Here, Ikite, quicker. Just leaves him nowhere to go. It's empty space. This is the stuff people say is KB and move. Sink, rise. He has nowhere to go. With Kobushi, Chuda, right here. So you're going to use your inguinal crease. You're going to empty this out and sink from it. As it throws, we're going to use this stream here. Rise, create a plane, suction, and sink. Pretty precarious, for argument's sake.